You're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hello and welcome to Book Chat. I am your host, author Vivian E. Moore. Hope everyone is having a good day. I hope you had a good week. I hope that that your day was as joyous as mine was. So I'm glad that the election is over with. I'm glad that that the matter of president has been settled. This show is not political in any shape, form, or fashion, but that's just something that I wanted to address straight off the bat. So anyway, let's move ahead to today's show. The title of today's show is Stress Relief, and the topic is how reading reduces stress. So 2020 has been a year that will doubtlessly go down as one of the most controversial, if not thought-provoking times of the century. Pandemics, racial tension, and the election of a new president, of course. So let's not forget about the holidays that will be different this year as well. Family traditions are on hold with the threat of COVID, and that alone is tense enough. And I realize how stressful all of this can be and is, but you should look for ways to dull the ache and take the tension down a notch if you are like me. This method isn't new. Instead, it's a tried and tested method to alleviate stress. How many times have you read books to your children to help them sleep each night? A whole bunch, I bet, because I know I did it for my kids too. When they were small, I would read to them because it helped them to relax. And usually, you only got a couple of pages into whatever book you were reading before they were, out cold. So it works. It definitely helps to relax you. So the same way it works for children, adults can experience that same effect when reading. Reading a book or many books are a great way to distress. Even if some books create a small amount of additional tension, still, it will enable you to relax and to forget about what's happening in the world just for a few hours. Talk about Calgon moments. A great book will do that for you, especially when you need a break from reality or you have extra time on hand. Read a book that makes you laugh, or one that deals with historical places and facts. No matter what type of book you read, make sure it does the job of helping you to stress less. Research has shown that reading fiction is more effective at reducing stress than listening to music, sipping tea, and taking a walk. In fact, stress levels were shown to be reduced by 68% after reading. While your brain is engaged in the story, your heart rate slows down and muscles relax. And this was uploaded on March 31st, 2020. And it was from the Reading Fiction for Stress Relief, the Monday Campaigns, and that's at www.mondaycampaigns.org. If you want to find out more information about that, that's where you can get this information that I just have just given you. But reading is something that I always found relaxing. It's just something that I do now. It's more or less a way for me to, just have those type of woosah moments. When I need to come down from something. Maybe if I'm having a stressful morning or whatever. Now, I can't read books while I'm working, but I listen to books while I'm working. And let me tell you something. That helps me to focus so much on what I'm doing when I'm working. And, and I have deadlines that I have to meet. And it's like, I'm thinking about that and not wanting to make mistakes because that's crucial, So it's like I need my mind, clear. I need it, to just, to just empty of anything except what I need to be focused on. And, and it helps my body to relax. So, and I have my routine, when I get up in the morning, because I work from home. So when I get up in the morning, I come to my office and I log on to my computer, and get everything up that I need for that day. And then after I'm all settled with my cup of coffee, I've got the book that I want to listen to. I've got that already geared up on Audible with my headphones in. So all I have to do is press play, and then I commence to work. And that helps get me through the day. And so, and that's why, I'm stressing it so much, for you or anyone else who just need a way to clear your mind, because we have been through, well, I know I've been through a lot this year. And it sort of started last year. I had death in my family. I lost a brother last year at the December, at the very end of the year. And then, everyone was hit with, with the threat of COVID. So, we had to be on lockdown, so to speak, and so, and that's stressful. It's very stressful. And now, if you really can't do family gatherings and things of that nature because it's dangerous, to have people inside of your household. It's not a part of your everyday, normal household when you have people come in, because, you don't know if they've been practicing social distancing or not. And so, that can affect you. That can affect the people in your household that have been following the rules. So the show is not about that. It's about relaxing, finding ways to relax. And reading is one of those ways that you can do that. It's something that I have practiced for a very, very long time. And reading at night is one of them, because it helps me to just zone out. It's like I don't think about anything else. I just focus on what I'm reading. And, and I try not to read anything like, I try not to read anything that's suspenseful, or horror, anything like that, because of course, that's going to get your heart rate up, and of course you won't be able to relax because it's going to get you all keyed up. So I try to read things that, maybe are funny, or maybe not all that serious. Historical things are good to read, or just something, just some form of fiction that is that will calm you down, that will help you to relax. If you have to read a bedtime story like you do for your kids, then do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with it at all. Whatever method, whatever, reading material that you have at nighttime or during the day, it just doesn't have to be at nighttime. You can do it during the day as well. Just pick up a book, a magazine, and just stroll through it, whatever. And and just it'll help you to calm down, to reach that level to where, your breathing has lowered, your heart rate has lowered, and you're just feeling very comfortable, very relaxed because you read something. And I know, magazines, I like looking at magazines about homes and interior design and things of that nature, because those things are very relaxing to me. If I look at a magazine at nighttime, or looking at magazines that's dealing with, with clothing or shoes, because, that usually excites me. But at nighttime, it helps to relax me as well. Because I'm not, my intention is not to buy anything. I just want to look at what's in the book. And, and just take a look at it. And because it takes my mind away from everything else when I can just focus on what I'm doing at that moment. So I have one more site where you can actually go out and take a look at it, and it's one more additional fact that I want to share with you. And this one says reading can even relax your body, by lowering your heart rate, and because I just said that, easing the tension in your muscles, A 2009 study at the University of Sussex found that reading can reduce stress up to 68%. Now, see, it's matching those stress levels because we read it in the first article, and here it is again in the second one. It works better and faster than other relaxation methods, such as listening to music or drinking a hot cup of tea. So these things, these two articles, they sort of reflect each other. They sort of have the same information, so they sort of back each other up. And that one is from www.takingcharge.csh.umn.edu, reading stress relief. So you can go to that site as well and take a look at that if you so desire. So anyway, reading is not only fundamental, but it can also help you stress less and find relief. Okay, folks, so that's all I have for you today, and I hope that that you would take a little of this advice that I've shared with you and use it to your advantage. It can't hurt. It can only help you. So I hope that you would do that. But also, before I let you go, I want to make sure that I give you these URLs so you can listen to the show. These shows also help you to relax. They sort of free your mind a little bit. They give you some information, but at the same time, you're under no pressure. You can just listen to it and just zone out, just listening to the sound of my voice. Okay, so of course, the first one is for Spreaker, and that is at https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian E. Moore. You can follow me on Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, it is God's Property 46. On Instagram, it is God's Property 51. You can also check out my website, and that is at https://www.authorvivianemore.com or authorehshepard.com. And also, you can check out my blog, and that's where if you want to check out go to these links, you can go to my blog and click on today's show, click on today's transcript for today's show, and you'll find those links to go to those sites so you can look at the information for yourself. And anyway, that is at https://vivianemore.blogspot.com. And if you missed today's live show, don't despair, don't stress out. There are other ways for you to get Book Chat with Author Vivian E. Moore. This is just one way on Spreaker, but you can also listen to it on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, YouTube, SoundCloud, and JioSaven. So those are all the places where you can listen to the show, and hopefully coming soon we'll be on Amazon podcast as well. So hopefully that'll be something that will be coming up here in the next few months. I don't believe in luck, but I'm speaking that into existence. I'm speaking on that. And also tomorrow is Worship Day, so I hope you're planning on attending church in some capacity. I don't know how many churches are actually back in the physical buildings, but we are still not. We're still doing having church service over the phone. So I'm thankful that we still have a way to get the word, because that's so important, especially now, because I just feel as though even though some matters have been settled, I feel like we still have a long way to go as far as everything that's taking place in the world today and in our country, for sure. And we're still dealing with COVID. So that is something, we still have people dying from that every single day. So we have a lot to be thankful for, and we have a lot to be in prayer for as well. And speaking of that, we need to tell the people that we love. We need to let them know that. So, tell your family members that you love them. And so I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you and goodbye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.